How's it going, guys? It's the Cosmic Vortex, and today I will be talking about the most overpowered glitch in all of Fortnite. And this is legitimate. I'm not trying to say like, oh, it's just like a hiding spot or something and call it a glitch. Like, no, this is an actual glitch. Whether it's supposed to be in the game or not, I'm not quite sure. Because the thing is, it's definitely a glitch because this should not be how the game should work. But I'm not sure if Epic Games is gonna leave it in there or not. And speaking of Epic Games, they just do such a good job of like keeping this game replayable and everything, just making sure that they're always adding new stuff like cosmetics and like new modes like 50v50. That must have been like a really hard thing to develop, and it goes overlooked. And just everything they do for the game, like this game is like worth $60, but they're making it for free, and their only source of money is through V-Bucks. It's just like ridiculous how like devoted they are to the game, and that's why you don't really see many glitches in Fortnite. There aren't really many glitches like that you can exploit in the game and use to your advantage to win, but this one is one of them right here, and it's in Retail Row. So we'll be getting right into it. So the strategy for this is before you even do this glitch, you're going to want to land in Retail Row, but you're going to want to get some loot really quickly. In this case, if you look, I tried to loot a house, and this guy was like shooting me and everything, and I had to try to like escape from him. And I didn't get out with too much health. But the key is just to find a weapon, and this weapon needs to be anything basically, but any type of SMG and any type of shotgun. Otherwise, you're going to be destroyed very quickly, or like your shots are just not going to hit from the spot that you need to be. So in this case, I ended up running like to this like a I don't know what to call it, like this building, and I ended up getting like an AR and stuff, and I got like meds and everything, and I was able to heal up, but even health isn't really that necessary to the strategy, or not the strategy, but like being able to get in this glitch spot. So just make sure you have like an AR, or like pistols and revolvers work just like not as effectively though. Just try to get like an AR, and basically you're going to want to head over to this tree right here. It's like right by the gas station. You can actually land at the gas station, but you're just going to want to run right into the tree. And you're going to want to do this from the left side. If you try to run like straight at it and jump in, it won't work. Just make sure you're sprinting and you just jump right on the left side of the tree, and you'll be able to get into the tree. But one thing about this is that like it's very easy to fall out, so you want to make sure you're staying crouched and you're moving very, very slowly so that you're not going to like fall out of the tree pretty easily. And don't worry about like your head being exposed a little from the top, because nobody's going to be able to see that from the ground. Like nobody will be able to see that from their perspective, which just really helps you if you can stay up there undetected. Now, the thing you're going to want to note is when you're like shooting at somebody who's like running by or something, you're going to want to make sure that you stand up before you start shooting, because if you're crouched and your shot is like blocked by the tree, then you're gonna end up shooting down your own tree, and then you're just gonna look like an idiot who's hiding in the tree in the middle of Retail Row and then shot down his own tree, because that's exactly what you are. So just make sure you stand up, and then when you're not shooting, you can crouch back down. Or if you're not shooting at somebody below you, but say they're off in the distance and they're kind of like level with you, then I guess you can stay and crouch. But you're just going to want to make sure that you don't shoot down the tree, because otherwise all your shooting already attracts a lot of attention. But if they just see somebody just standing in the streets of Retail Row, it's going to be extremely obvious. Another good thing about this too is that Retail Row is relatively in the middle of the bubble, so you'll never have to run super far to get into the storm safe zone. You're always going to be either close or in it. In this gameplay, I was really like almost dead center. Well, maybe not almost dead center, but I had a really good position in there, and I actually got to stay for like 2 or 3 bubbles inside of Retail Row, so it was really nice. And the thing is, who cares if you get like one gray AR and that's it to start the game, and you have no shield or anything? Because when somebody runs by, everybody always runs by through this street. Like even if it's when 50 people are left, people who go on the other side of Retail Row are going to go to these houses and see if they're looted. They'll be running right in front of you, and you could just easily pick them off. I'll show you this clip right now of me killing this guy who was off to the left. And like he didn't even know where I was, and he was like a decent distance, but I got him easily with the AR, and he had no clue what's happening. And I found that when I do this, and I was testing this out consistently, that people, they kind of like turn around and they build in like the wrong direction, and I'm just like still able to get them. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, another tip that you're going to want to use if you use this is that if there, if you kill somebody, don't go out for the loot right away unless you like really need ammo. Because what you can do is if the loot's like just sitting there where the guy was, then if somebody runs to it, it's you're like baiting them. So somebody's going to run to it, and then you could just pick off them too and get their loot. So I'd leave the loot in the pile unless you're like out of AR ammo and you got to pop out of the tree and get it, because it's pretty easy to get into this spot. Just make sure you don't move too far to the like right side of the tree. If you're facing like towards like the west side, if you're facing west on your map or whatever, you're gonna want to make sure you're not moving to the right too far, because if you move like to the right side of the tree, you're gonna fall out. So it's mostly just like the left side that's kind of like the lower level, and then like the very top part. But if you move even slightly to the right of the top part, you're probably gonna fall off, and it will not be very fun for you, especially if people are looking out of retail row. Now, I understand that I'm kind of telling people like how to use this strategy and how to exploit this glitch, but this video is mostly for the point of raising awareness of this glitch. So I'm a very small YouTuber, so I'm probably barely gonna get any views on this video. But say I do happen to get like 3,000 or something, then this will just raise awareness, and maybe 3,000 more Fortnite players will know about this glitch, and then they'll be able to protect themselves from it. Because honestly, I'm not sure if this glitch will be taken out of the game. I don't know if Epic Games has meant you to be able to run into a tree without building or anything. But like it could definitely be a possibility, and I'm not sure if this glitch will be taken out. So I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of it, so that like everybody will be on even playing field, because it's really unfair in Fortnite when somebody has like an advantage over the other. I find myself guilty of using this strategy, but I really think for my own good and the good of all other Fortnite players, it should be taken out of the game. But if it is not, the most even ground we can find is that everybody knows about it. Otherwise, if you want to utilize it to your advantage, I am not stopping you by all means. And that's basically all I have for you guys today. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it if you stayed around all the way to the end. I know I'm helping you out, but still, I just really appreciate it. I'm a small channel, and I'm looking to grow, and I just appreciate your guys' support. So make sure you drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. It actually really means a lot to me. You may just like think like, what does one like do? But it actually really does a lot. So please do that, and also please comment down below if you have time what I could do next, or what video you'd like to see from me, like whether it's a how-to, a gameplay, or just whatever. I'll do it. I'll make it happen. And then just make sure you subscribe if you want to see more of these videos, because I do a lot of these types of videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know I said that like a minute ago, but oh well, I said it again, and I'll see you guys later.